end of life in this particular context means that the company that is driving the patching and the enhancing and the new features of the software product are shifting to their full focus being Magento 2. And so Magento 1 and all the versions of Magento 1 are going to stop receiving attention, and therefore they're going to stop receiving new features, and they're going to stop receiving patches. Now, so the Magento end of life announcement for Magento 1 is set to reach end of life the beginning of June of 2020. Now this, depending on who you've talked to, this may be the second or the third date that you've heard, but this date isn't changing, right? And so this is what tends to happen with people who are less technical. They think, yeah, there's an announcement, but then it's going to get pushed back again, and then it's going to get pushed back again. And this one isn't getting pushed back, right? And so we're now getting closer and closer to the time where the demarcation line you will cross, and you will then have a store that is no longer getting official support, official patches. That's June 1 of 2020. And so you need a solution, right? You need something. You need to figure out what's your next step.
Understand that the evolution of software is part of a natural process. The reason that Magento and any other software publisher is ending the life of any particular version is because they've evolved to the next version. most software companies, once they get 2 versions, certainly 3 versions down the road, the delta, there's a dramatic difference in the capabilities of the software platform. And this is really it to the users of the product. Companies like Magento don't have an end of life, end the life of a particular version to make things difficult or challenging for their clients. That's not the goal. It's to offer new, innovative features to those clients, to those customers, right? That ultimately will impact the business in a very positive way. Ultimately, Magento needs to get every one of their users up to the latest version of the platform because they have to provide support for those older versions. And if you think about it, Magento is a product that's been around for over 10 years now, and they can't possibly support dozens and dozens of versions of the software that have come out over the 10 years. Secondly, you want Magento focusing their effort on product development, right? You don't want them distracting themselves supporting older versions of the software. Everybody ultimately wants new and innovative features. If you think about how businesses use a platform, a mission-critical platform like commerce, look around. 5 years ago, who would have thought that we'd be buying products on our watches, right? Virtual reality was a distant, very futuristic sounding sort of concept, and it's coming into reality today. You have, you have voice recognition systems that folks are using today. All kinds of mobile devices and tablets that folks are using today. There's all these new and innovative interfaces that folks and customers are using, to interact with businesses, and the platform has to keep up with that, and you want the platform to keep up with that. Magento is a bit of a unique animal in terms of traditional software. Most software platforms, most commerce platforms evolve over time, and they go from version 1 to version 2 to version 3 to version 4 and so on. And there's a typical commerce platform has 1 to 2 major releases a year, and then a number of what they call minor releases, version 2.1.2, version 2.3.4, and so forth. Magento ran on the Magento 1, the M1 platform, for a long period of time, for almost 8 years before they evolved to Magento 2. So Magento 2 was everything that Magento 1 wasn't. It included a whole host of new features and capabilities. It was essentially a new system.